Alright fellas, what's up? Alright, so guys been asking me this for a long time on how to invest and shit like that. So just for legal reason, I guess it's legal reason because I see everybody else do it before they video. Let me start off by saying this is not financial advice. Alright, so make sure that you do your own research. Alright, I don't know if it's some kind of legality with this bullshit, but I know I see everybody who gives some sort of financial advice, they always say that shit. So let me cover my ass also. Alright, so let me give y'all my thoughts on investment. Alright, so first and foremost, guys, the first step with investing will always be to invest in yourself first. And for some of you guys, this means that you might have to go in debt to go to school and shit like this. If your parents got money and they can pay for it, and fine. Or if you somebody who decided to work first and pay for your way, whatever. But always want to invest in yourself. Why is this? Why would you want to invest in yourself? Guys, no matter what you invest in as far as passive income, won't nothing beat your active income. Nothing. Passive income is just that, it's passive, but I need y'all guys to understand something about passive income. And I'm gonna exclude business that you done built and shit and took 5 or 10 years to build and now it's completely passive, and you know, so you don't even. I'm just talking about, let's just say, stocks and real estate or some shit like that. The reason being, guys, even the most bullshittish job you could think of, let's say you got a job making 30 grand a year. Do y'all guys have any idea how much fucking real estate you'll have to accumulate 30 grand a fucking year of passive income? Do y'all guys do you know how much you would have to have invested into the stock market to get 30 grand a year in fucking passive income? Okay, so the best investment you always gonna be is to get your active income up first. Alright, because that's gonna be your top money maker. Let me tell y'all guys what passive income is good for, so I can clear this shit up. If you somebody who got excess money, I don't want to have $500,000 sitting in the fucking bank getting 2.2% interest in an online banking account like Ally Bank or something. That's stupid. So if I got just 500 grand or $1 million, I don't want to just sit in a bank account earning 2.2% interest. In that effect, passive income is great because, you know, I want to, even though I'm only gonna make about 10-12% or whatever, or even if you make 15 or 20%, all right, if you got $1 million in the bank and you earn 15 to 20% interest, which is, you know, beyond great, but I'm just using this for an example. All right, that means that you're gonna be earning 200 grand, 150 to 200 grand a year off of that $1 million, opposed to that $1 million just sitting in the bank. All right, but if you somebody that got a high income skill, I was making that training. Do y'all guys understand that? I was making that training, all right, off a $500 personal training certification. Just that little funk ass $500 had me making over $150,000 a year. All right, now I had other certifications, but in all those certifications, maybe I spent maybe 3 grand. All right, guys. So me investing into that 3 grand. Do y'all guys think how much money you think I would have made off that 3 grand if I would have went and put it into some stocks? Opposed to me taking that 3 grand, getting me some certifications. I got like 6 certifications, each one of them like 500 a piece. All right, that investment allowed me to make over 150 grand a year. All right, so that's when I say the best investment is always you get some knowledge or skill first. All right, your next step would want to be, now after you got your skill, now you want to go work for somebody. All right, I advocate working for somebody, guys, to learn. All right, if I would have just got that personal training certification and just tried to go and take my ass into the real world and build my own business, it probably would have failed. I'm telling you that right now. You need to go work for somebody about a year to learn the business, to learn the ins and outs. All right, every club owner that you guys know is usually somebody that was a manager or something for somebody else. Every music mogul you see, they usually work for somebody else, save their money and started their own shit. That way you learn the fucking business. All right, I'm not saying you got to work for them for 10 years. A year is good. All right, 1 or 2 years, that's good. All right, guys. All right, now let's say this. Let's say you somebody, and I know I'm finna get ready to ruffle some feathers, boy. Woo! Whenever you bring this topic up, you ruffle feathers. I don't give a fuck. Ruffle them motherfuckers. All right, you can cut the motherfuckers off, or I give a fuck. All right, so let's say you are a lawyer or a doctor or something like that, and you make 250 grand a year. All right, and you decide that you don't want to do your own business. You working for somebody. You working for somebody else's firm or whatever, or practice, and you working for somebody else. And you decide that, I don't want to start my own business. I want to go straight into stocks and bonds and real estate. That's fine, guys. You can do that if you make that type of income. What I don't want you guys doing is investing into real estate and stocks if you got a skill or something like that and you only making like 50 or 60 grand a year. All right? Because like I said, guys, your biggest money maker is always going to be your active income. Always. All right. Passive income is just that. It's better than sitting in a bank account, but unless it takes a long time for passive income to amount, you have to have a whole lot of houses before you start accumulating wealth with real estate. You ain't going to do it off of 5 houses. All right, fuck what you heard. You're not going to do it. It takes a long time. You have to have a lot of money invested into the stock market. All right, so if you somebody and you work for somebody, let's say you're an electrician and you make 75 grand a year, opposed to dealing with that real estate or investing in stocks, you would have been better off starting your own goddamn practice. Let me tell y'all guys something. Y'all guys have no idea how much the people y'all work for are ripping your ass off. If you're a lawyer right now and they paying your ass a salary of $250,000 a year, you know how many millions you making they ass for them to pay you that $250,000? Do y'all, if you somebody and you're an electrician and he paying you $50 an hour, don't you know he billing them motherfuckers probably at $300 an hour, wherever the fuck he billing them at? Y'all guys have no idea. When I was training in the city, these folks charging these people $150 for an hour training session, getting our ass $40, $50. Do y'all guys understand that? Y'all guys have no idea how much the person you working for is making off of your ass. All right. So if you somebody that got a high income skill and you making 75 to 100K, what I would rather for you to do, rather than go invest in stocks and real estate with that money, what I would rather for you to do is take that extra money and start your own shit. It couldn't be no more than 30 grand you sacrifice for a fucking year and start your own fucking shit. And now you get other people to work for you, and now you make the real money. I need y'all guys to see the big picture. All right, a lot of y'all guys want to skip steps. You're going to go get your little 100 grand a year job, and then you're going to go try to go right into getting stocks and bonds. And let me tell you something, guys. You can't call yourself an alpha male if you're comfortable working for somebody. I don't give a fuck how many of y'all get offended with that. All right, if you content with working for somebody, you can't call yourself an alpha male. If you somebody and you working for somebody with the goal of getting your own shit, then yes. Because you know what? If I lost everything I'm doing right now, I wouldn't have no problem going working for somebody. I ain't too proud to get a fucking job. But you best believe my ass gonna be plotting from the first day I started working. I'm gonna be plotting on my goddamn the day I leave. If you think I'm gonna be working there 10 years from now, you done lost your motherfucking mind. I'll be plotting every goddamn day to get the hell up out of here. Whatever I'm doing. So even if you do got a 6-figure a year job, if you call yourself an alpha male, a real alpha male would never be content with working for somebody. Let me tell y'all guys why. All right, when you working for somebody, you know you had these little stupid ass meetings like you a student being called into the principal office. Oh yeah. When I was at the gym in the city, every once a month we had the manager trainer meeting. When you go in there with your fucking programs and you sitting there like you talking to the fucking principal. All right, like a little fucking child explaining why you got this client doing this program and why you got that client doing that fucking program. Tell me what alpha male gonna be comfortable with some shit like that long term. All right, and if you working for somebody right now, don't your ass have some meetings? Don't they send your ass an email talking about some, hey, we got a meeting at this time here? How that make you feel? All right, 35, 40-year-old man going to meet another man about a meeting so he could discuss your work performance. All right, so don't come to me with that fucking bullshit. All right, every one of you guys should be striving to fucking become your own boss. Now, if you somebody who make a crazy salary working for somebody else, you know, and I just got no, under no circumstance. I don't give a fuck if you make $1 million a year. I just can't fathom working for somebody all my life. I'll do it for a short period of time. I'll do what I fucking gotta do. But I don't care if you make $1 million a year. But beyond that, let's just say you content with that, and let's just say you content with saying, okay, AMS, I'm not a fucking alpha male. Who gives a fucking shit? All right, and you say, okay, I want to take my $250 a year and invest it into passive income like real estate or stocks and bonds. All right, unless you somebody who got passive income, I mean excess cash going into your bank account, you shouldn't even be even fucking with this. If you somebody that you only, after you pay your bills, you only put in like $500 a month into you, and you only got like 10, 20 grand, you just need to have that for a rainy day. You don't even need to be worried about no investment. If you somebody who got 20 grand saved up in the bank and you want to look for a way to make more money, you don't need to be worried about that. Real estate and stocks and bonds is just for people who got excess cash coming in and they wanted to make more money than they can, letting it send into an online savings account. That's what that is about. If you somebody and you just got 20 grand saved up and you trying to rack your brain on what you should do with this 20 grand, you should let it sit there for a rainy day, the day you hurt yourself or the day you get sick or the day you lose your job. All right? If you somebody who got $5,000 a month excess income coming in, oh yes, you need to be looking into some investments. That's my thought on investment. Now, the things that I invest in, guys, is I invest in just index funds. The reason I don't want to, right now, right now, it might change next week, might change next year. But as of today, all right, and I got to put that in there because if I change my mind 6 months from now, oh man, you said you won't do real estate. You motherfuckers are some of you motherfuckers got the memory of a fucking elephant. All right, a motherfucker can't change his mind on YouTube. All right, if I say I ain't gonna never shave my beard in 3 years when I shave my beard, hey man, you say you won't never shave your beard, and you say you motherfuckers, I swear, y'all need to get a fucking life, man. So let me just put that in there. As of today, I don't plan on dealing with real estate, is because, you know, with me, I always look at everything as in what's the value of my time. The best value for my time, guys, is writing books. All right, every day in my spare time, I'm working on my book. All right, and so the amount of time that I would put into finding real estate property and going through all the process and shit, I'm better suited working on my book. All right, so it really don't work for me. But let's just say I wasn't writing books. Then yes, I would deal with real estate because I would have a lot more free time on my hand. But for me, any free chance that I get, I'm working on my book because that's more profitable for me. All right, that's more profitable for me. But what I invest in is index funds because it's completely passive. Unlike real estate, which once you get it set up with a tenant and you went through all the inspections and the closing and all that shit, it can become passive, all right? If it's in good shape and it ain't breaking down every fucking week, it can become passive, especially if you got a good tenant that take care of the place and pay on time. But it's not going to be passive initially. So for me, the best thing for me is I invest in index funds and I invest with Vanguard. Now, with Vanguard, with their index funds, guys, is they got the AMRO shares. The AMRO shares are $3,000 to get in. If you having a hard time with that $3,000, and this is my opinion, I don't give a fuck if you think something different, then that's you. I'm giving y'all guys my opinion. I know you might disagree with this. I'm telling you what I think. If you're gonna buy into one of their index funds and it's $3,000, If that's an issue for you, you need to take the money that you have and invest it back into yourself or your business to create more income. This index fund, guys, you're not going to get rich off of it. It's just better than sitting in a savings account. That's it. You're not going to get filthy rich. You're not going to get a 50% return on your money. It's not. It's just a better alternative than sitting into a savings account. Do y'all guys understand that? So if you're struggling with paying for the Admiral shares that Vanguard offer, then you probably should put that money to improving your skill or your business to get the cash flow coming more frequent, because your active income is always going to be better. I would have to have millions and millions of dollars invested into index funds to even come close to what I make off of my AMS brand. All right, this is always going to be my biggest asset, my business. That's your biggest asset, guys. Your biggest asset is always going to be your knowledge or your business, not stocks, not real estate. All right, when y'all guys see people who own, it took them a long time to get that. They leave that part out. All right, we got this overnight. You ain't got no 50 houses overnight. This is some shit that took you fucking 20, 30 years to goddamn build up to. All right, guys. So that's the thing with that. So, and how I invest into index funds, guys, is I invest into the total stock market as a whole, as in the American stock market, the total stock market. I invest in the total bond stock market. I invest in the total international stock market. That's the common one, guys. That's called the 3-fund portfolio. That's the common one. You can Google that, the 3-fund portfolio, and you'll see that come up. But what I do is I do a 4-fund portfolio. And that means that I do the international stock market, the total international stock market, the total bond domestic stock market, the total stock market domestic, and I do the S&P 500. That's the 500 biggest companies in America, guys. All right, so I do 4. All right, so, and that's just what I do. And I do 90% bonds, 10%, 90% stocks, 10% bonds. All right, that's how I do it. Now, you can do it the way you want to do it. Now, you can go to the one that, if you want to do individual stocks, guys, Robinhood does it for free. All right, of course, all of these app brokers does it. Fidelity, Merrill Lynch, all these guys, they all have, you can buy stocks and shit like that. But Robinhood is the one that I know does it for free. All right, now I think Fidelity, you can get index funds for cheaper. All right, I never went over there because I always been associated with Vanguard, but somebody told me that you can go to Fidelity. But my thing is, if money is an issue with investing into the Admiral shares, you need to be spending more money investing back into yourself, either knowledge-wise or back into your business-wise. That's what I got to say. These index funds, guys, just have to be excess cash, and it really just don't matter to you. You just got excess cash. Let's say you got a business and it's doing good and it makes 300 grand a year. And let's say your living expenses for the year is 75 grand. So after taxes, you fucking got $100,000 excess cash, and you don't want to have $100,000 just sitting in a fucking savings account. You need to invest that money. If money is tight for you, if paying your bills is tight, if you ain't got 6 months of expenses in your bank account, you don't even need to be looking at no fucking stocks and bonds. You need to be focusing on increasing your active income. You need to be focused on how can I get more money coming in to invest. That's my opinion. I know people are gonna disagree with it. That's fine. You can do with that. Now, as far as the real estate guys go, if you somebody who want to deal with real estate, in my opinion, all right, in my opinion, if you can't do the 20% down, don't fuck with it. Because if you can't do the 20% down, that means you're going to have to pay the PMI. That's mortgage insurance, all right? That is going to kill your fucking cash flow. Now, what is wrong with that? If you can't afford the 20% down on the place, it stands to reason, right? It stands to reason that you ain't exactly flooded with cash. So this means that if you ain't flooded with cash, this means that you have your living expenses and you have this mortgage to take care of. All right. So let's say you put a tenant in there and they wishy-washy and they can't pay the bills and now the mortgage falls on you. All right. So this is what I'm talking about, guys. Now you don't put yourself in this stressful situation. You ain't guaranteed to always have that apartment or that property rented out all the time. And so if money is an issue to you in any way whatsoever, you should not be fucking with that. All right, because you're going to put yourself in a situation. What if the fucking stove goes out? What if the hot water heater goes out? All right, what if the plumbing fucks up? All right, guys. So y'all guys really need to think about this shit. The bank, if you got a decent credit score and you've been at your job a few years, the bank will give you the damn crib, 5-10% down. They don't give a fuck you putting yourself in an unattainable situation. They don't give a fuck. We just come foreclose on it. We don't care. All right, guys, you have to think. So don't be out here trying to go do these investments, putting yourself in these situations, and you ain't got it like that. You go put your money into the stock market, and let's just say that the stock market tanks for a year. Let's say you put $10,000 into the stock market. All right, but you ain't really got cash coming in like that. Let's just say you decide to put your whole savings into the stock market, and then I'm talking about index funds, and for that year, the index funds dip down a little bit, and now you need some cash, and now you got to go sell your index funds for a loss. See what I'm saying, guys? This just has to be excess cash that's just sitting around in a bank account, and you want to find a way for it to make money, opposed to letting it deteriorate with inflation, all right, or just lose value. All right, guys, so that's my thought on investments. First, invest in yourself. That's knowledge. All right, getting a skill or getting a education, a degree that pays some fucking money. All right. Next, you want to go work for somebody, maybe a year. That's probably all you need, a good year. Learn how things, you need to go work for somebody. You need to learn how the workforce work. You do need to do that. I don't think if you somebody, you went out and got a trade and you need to start your own business. I think for a year you need to go work for somebody just to learn the ins and outs of the business. That's what I think. You can do the hell you want to do. All right. And you can start your own business in kindergarten for all I give a fuck. All right. After that, now, after you done save your money from working for somebody and stuff like this and learn the ins and outs of the business, I think that you should start your own business. Easy, guys. It's not fucking rocket science. Start your own fucking business. You've been working for somebody else. You think they better than you? Okay, that son of a bitch started his business. You can start it too. All right, guys. All right. So, but if you somebody that make a good salary and you make $100,000-$200,000 a year, and you got excess cash coming over, and you just want to invest into stocks, or real estate, you can do that too. Just make sure that it's excess cash that don't hurt you none. All right, that's what I think that if you somebody that's gonna do that, I think that you somebody should be having at least about $4 or $5 grand a month excess cash that's coming in, and you don't want to see it just laying around. If you ain't got that, I think you'd be better off taking whatever money you got and reinvesting it back into yourself to create more active income. All right, guys. I hope I explained that. And if you're gonna do the index funds, if you somebody gonna do stocks, I advise index funds. All right, the index funds, the stock market as a whole for over 100 years has always rebounded. Some stocks have never rebounded. All right, y'all guys need to understand that. So when y'all go buy into these individual stocks, they could tank and they just go on right on out of business. All right, but the stock market as a whole has always rebounded. The same for the real estate market. All right, guys. All right, I hope I cleared that shit up, guys. If for all you guys that's thinking about mutual fund or index fund, I recommend index funds. I don't see no reason to pay somebody. Most mutual funds, it takes a lot of money to get involved anyway. All right, now you can manage them yourself. All right, which is stupid in my opinion, unless you're somebody who real good with finances. So if you're gonna deal with mutual funds, a couple of the people I talked to, it was 20 grand just to get in. All right, which that's not the problem. The thing is, they expense ratios and all the costs associated with somebody handling your mutual funds opposed to index funds is just ridiculous. All right, it's just stupid. It just makes more sense to deal with index funds than to pay a stockbroker to manage your mutual funds when over 90% of them can't beat the fucking stock market any fucking way. The shit is just fucking stupid. I'm still waiting on somebody to give me a good logical reason to buy into mutual funds opposed to index funds. I done seen a couple of people try to make the argument. For the life of me, I have no fucking idea why I would pay a guy and when I can get the index funds and their expense ratios, the fees associated with that is at a much cheaper price. All right, guys, if you're somebody that want to do real estate, in my opinion, is more profitable than the index funds, but it's a little bit more work and a little bit more headache associated with it because it's a little bit more risk. All right, you get a bad tenant, especially up here in New York. If you get a bad tenant, you fucked for about over a year trying to get their ass up out of there. All right, and you just lost that fucking money. You can try to sue them and all that, but that takes money. All right, guys. So I just want y'all to be aware of that. That with real estate is you get a slightly more money, but it's a little bit more risk that goes associated with that also. All right, guys. All right. So that's my thoughts on investment, guys. All right, I'll get back with you guys later.